Hello there monsters and men, ladies and people, and welcome to Recharging. I am currently in Germany, and no, I am not here to do a top speed range test. As some of you may have already seen, yes, I am in Berlin. And I am in Berlin to attend the European launch event of the electric car brand NIO. Yes, the Chinese electric car brand NIO. And also the brand that some of you may refer to as the Chinese Tesla. I have to tell you that this is my first press event ever that I attend, so I have no idea what to expect, and therefore I have no idea how this video will turn out, but I am excited, I will do my best, and I will give you the best video that I can give you. So without further ado, let's go to the launch event. Alright, I am here at the event, and as you can see there are quite a lot of people already. And I lied to you in the intro because this is not the launch event of whole Europe, only for Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Germany and the Netherlands. But that doesn't matter, right? We are here for the cars and for NIO, the brand. And NIO brought all car models here with them. There in the distance is the EL7. I thought, hey, I don't know that car because I only know the ES7. But apparently ES7 is not allowed by Audi. They had a lawsuit with Audi and they had to change their name in Europe. Then there is the ET5, my personal favorite, a sedan, a competitor to the Tesla Model 3. And there also a very beautiful car, the ET7, a competitor to the Tesla Model S. It's a bit too big for my liking, but again, it is also a very beautiful car. And there is again the ET7. I will do a walk around all of them, all models, not every car that you see there, no, that's a bit too much. I will do a walk around of all models, so let's go. And there it is, NIO Berlin 2022, and I told you another lie, people. Yeah, I'm lying a lot in this video, holy crap. But not all NIO models are here, because the ES8, it's not here. Maybe that car will not be available in Norway, Denmark. That is also a lie because it is already driving in Norway, so I have no idea why that one is not here. No clue. Let's have a look here at the black NIO ET7. Let's dodge all the people. There are a lot of them. The boot is open, so we can check that out. There are a lot of cameras and sensors though on this car. Look at above the front window. 1, 2, 3. I think the middle one is a LiDAR sensor. You don't see that on a lot of cars. Very beautiful, sleek sedan, as you can see. Charge port is here at the rear. I like this one. I think it's too big, but I like it. Sedan, no hatchback, as you can see. And then the boot. I don't know how big the boot is, but I can put that somewhere here under the video because that is the magic of video editing. But here's the boot. Kind of deep, but no 60-40 split rear seats, which is weird in these days. Bit old-fashioned, don't know why. Is it a cost saving? I really don't know. Let's see if there's a false floor. Is there a false floor? Yeah. Not really. Not really. Let's have a look at that ass. Over there. Not of the woman. No. It's not that kind of video. Well, look at the rear of that car. Really good looking. Really good looking. And here another quick look at the front of the car of a silver one. Then you can see it a bit better than a black one. Again, very good looking car indeed. Here a look at a blue ET5 and a guy with blue hair. Yep. He's not really matchy to the car, but it doesn't matter. Luckily he can't hear me. Again, very good looking car. Bit smaller, not more beautiful than the ET7, but still very beautiful. And the same amount of sensors as the ET7. So 1 camera at the bumper, 2 at the side, 2 above the front window, a lot of sensors. Let's do a bit of a walk around. Dodge all the people. Can we dodge all the people? Nope. Nope, we cannot. Hello people. Let's have a look at that butt again. Not of that guy, but of the car. Very good looking. Very good looking. One guy was making a photo, so I was waiting. I was polite. Rear of the car, of the light blue one, darker blue one, Like them both. Man, NIO makes good looking cars, damn. And the side profile, also the charge port at the left rear, just like a Tesla. So easy to charge at a Tesla supercharger. So the ET5 isn't open, but we can have a sneak peek at the interior. There it is. I think all NIO interiors are very similar though. Let's have a look at the interior of the blue one, the darker blue one. They're both blue. This time from the other side. It's black, so maybe there's black and there's a lot of sun, so you can't see a whole lot. Unfortunately, this car isn't open. Damn it. And here it is again. The guy with the blue hair. No. I mean, the NIO, another NIO, the EL7. Also known as the ES7 in some other countries. The big blobby SUV, how a lot of people like them. I do prefer the ET5 though. Same amount of sensors, a lot of sensors. Let's have a sneak peek at the interior. Unfortunately, this car is also not open, so I cannot show you the boot. Very similar interior to the ET5 and ET7 though. Very similar. Not a bad looking SUV though, but it is big. And if you want aerodynamics, you should choose the ET5 and probably ET7. They have a drag coefficient of 0.24, same as the BMW i4, and that is really good. Really good. And as you know, I like efficient cars. And this one has the charge port at the right front. A very unhandy place, if you ask me. It's better to have it at the rear or in the front. And then here yeah, it's grey. It's a grey one. Again, not bad looking SUV, but it is an SUV. And this is the interior of the NIO ET7. And I have to say though, the interior of the ET5 and EL7 are very similar to the NIO ET7, like many car makers do nowadays. My first impression of the interior, really good. It is of a really high quality. The fit and finish, the quality of the materials, the feel of the buttons, for example, the way the windows open and close, it is all of a really high quality. Windows double glazed, for example, and just the damping on the open and closing, it is really impressive, the amount of quality that you get in this interior. Where in a BMW or Audi you can find some scratchy plastic here and there, in this NIO you can't. On top of the dashboard there is NIO, and NIO is not an assistant. No, NIO wants NIO to be your companion in the car, and the tech behind NIO is really impressive. First of all, when you are playing a song, it recognizes what kind of song you are playing, and according to that, NIO will show you that it is playing a guitar as an emoticon, or it is playing the drums, for example. That is a bit of a gimmick, but it gives it a character, which makes it more a companion than an assistant. And it is impressive tech. Other impressive tech is that when, for example, the passenger is saying, "Hey NIO, please open the window," NIO recognizes where the voice comes from, and it will only open the window of the passenger. Same thing applies to passengers on the rear seats. It recognizes that those persons are saying open the window, and it will only open the window of the back doors. I have seen this. This has been demoed with random persons and it worked. It was really impressive. The infotainment system, I almost forgot the infotainment system. It is what you expect from an infotainment system in 2022. It is snappy, it is responsive. I wouldn't necessarily say user-friendly, and that is because there are a lot of features in that infotainment system. And my first impression, it was okay, but not the most user-friendly in the world. But it is snappy, responsive, like a Tesla, what you expect in 2022. Some other tech in the car. Like many other modern cars, in this NIO you can save a profile for a driver, and in a profile you can set your seat position, your steering position, your side mirrors, your favorite radio stations, etc. But instead of having to select my profile through the infotainment screen, this NIO has face recognition. So that means you just get into your driver's seat, the NIO sees that you are driving and it will apply that profile. The same thing, you get out, your wife gets in, the NIO sees that your wife is driving and it will apply her profile. Again, really impressive tech. Other impressive tech is that there are programmable functions in the infotainment system. What do I mean with a programmable function? For example, the demo that was being showed is somebody wants a lounge mode while charging. They want their seats to go all the way back, they want a certain ambient lighting, and they want a certain song to play. You can program all these things, and then when you press one button in the infotainment system, these things do happen at the same time. And you can also share these programmable functions, and you can also download other programmable functions from other users of NIO. Another tech, and this is a bit of a gimmick I have to say, is that the car can come, I don't know if this is standard, I don't think it will be, can come with AR glasses, and then when you are driving you can just use the car how you want to, and when your passenger wants to see a movie they can put on the AR glasses and they can watch a movie through those glasses. Again, this is a bit of a gimmick, but it is cool tech. Overall, again, really impressed with the interior of the NIO. Here is the rear seat of the NIO ET7. I sat there and well, it is very premium in there. Very comfy seats, very good materials being used. It does have one problem though, and that is, as with all low electric cars, your legs are quite high, so the angle of your knees is not optimal. But overall, very good materials used, very comfy seats, and everything just feels really, really premium. The buttons, everything. The window closing, it goes so soft. German quality. And there, double glazed windows. A lot of space, a lot of space. All interiors of NIOs will probably be very similar. Of course, the ET7 is the biggest car, so I don't know the rear space of the ET5 and EL7. Those are pre-production cars, so I cannot sit in them. So you are watching this video now for around 10 minutes and you might be thinking, I still don't know anything about the cars in terms of power, in terms of range. Well, you are in luck because here it is. As in premium electric car fashion, all NIOs get all-wheel drive and they can do 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in around 4 seconds. They are also limited to 200 kilometers an hour. But now, more important, the range. All NIOs are available with 2 battery packs, one of 75 kilowatt hours. The ET5 gets 430 kilometers, the ET7 425, and the EL7 380 kilometers of WLTP range on that 75 kilowatt hour battery pack. If that is not enough for you, then there is also a 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. The ET5 gets around 560, the ET7 also gets around 560, and the EL7 around 500 kilometers on that 100 kilowatt hour battery pack. As you can see from the kilowatt hours available in the battery pack and the range, NIO is not the most efficient car, and that's probably because there is so much tech in it. They probably are quite heavy. But in the future, all NIOs will also be available with a 150, I'm not kidding, 150 kilowatt hour battery pack. And that will give you a range of around 800 kilometers. What do I think of the 150 kilowatt hour battery pack? I think it is useless. I think it is a waste of resources because who in the world needs 800 kilometers of range? Who in the world can drive 800 kilometers in one go? Again, I think it is a waste of resources. Sorry NIO that I say this, but if I have the choice between one 150 kilowatt hour battery pack or two 75s, please make two 75 kilowatt hour battery packs and don't waste your resources on a 150. But if you really want that range, again, I don't know why, then in the future this will be available. Anyway, I was talking about range and batteries and all that stuff, so let's talk about charging. I don't know the fast charging speed of a NIO, but knowing Chinese electric cars, this is not as high as cars from Europe for some reason. And this car, the charge port can be opened though, so let's do that. It is motorized. It's only a charge port, so nothing really special, but fancy. So anyway, I don't know the fast charging speed, but what I do know is that NIO will build its own fast charging network. And also all NIOs will have battery swap as an option. That means when your battery is empty, you go to a battery swap station, you drive your car in it, and your battery will be swapped with another one that is charged at least 80%. And that will take around 5 minutes. Also an option with the battery swap is, let's say you have the 75 kilowatt hour battery pack. You go on holiday and you want a bigger range. You go to a battery swap station and you can ask for a 100 or 150 kilowatt hour battery pack for that period, so only for your holidays. And when you return, you can ask the 75 kilowatt hour battery pack again. Of course, it will cost you money, but this gives you a lot of flexibility. Here I am again at the balcony looking at all NIO cars, the ET7, ET5 and EL7. First impression, really impressive, really well made cars, really premium, sorry that I say it. So probably also really expensive, not something I can afford, but I am really looking forward to drive one. The reason why I couldn't go into the EL7 and ET5 is because they are still pre-production models. But the ET7 though, deliveries start this year, or deliveries are already this year. So maybe you are one of the lucky ones. I am not, but I can't wait to drive one. And apparently NIO is also competing in a Formula E. I didn't know that. Champion in 2015, being part of it since 2014. Not bad at all. Here it is, the Formula E car. And then something else juicy. Here people, hello people. Here, let's bring it into frame. It's the NIO EP7. Top speed, 313 kilometers an hour. 0 to 200 in 7.1 seconds. Holy shit. That is a lot. Sexy car though. Here are some stats. If you want to read it, pause the video. You think I know this from my head? From the top of my head? No, I don't. I know it because it's here on the wall. I'm not that clever. Nürburgring, 6 minutes, 45 seconds, and 90 milliseconds. Is that correctly? Anyway, let's have a look at the butt of this car. Oh yeah, I like this. And I think a lot of people will like this. Especially the rich one who can afford it, yeah. And here is the NIO Eve. Family Design Language Design Sprache. Okay, that's German. Apparently, someone is dodging me, very kind. Apparently, NIO's future with a... People, what can you expect? With a living space design. I like this. Self-driving cars, chill in your car onto your destination. Seems like a good future to me. Seems like a very good future indeed. Missed opportunity if you ask me. Should have said Neovations. So it is the day after the event in a very sunny Berlin again, as you can see, and I thought it would be appropriate to give you a wrap-up of my first press event. Let me start with the planning, because that was a bit unfortunate. The event started at 3, and from 3 till 6 you had the opportunity to walk around the cars, and that is also the moment I shot a lot of my footage. But at 6 we got a keynote from NIO. That means we learned more about the brand, and also at the end of the keynote all specifications of the cars were unveiled. That also meant that things I said 3 hours earlier were already outdated, and I had to record a lot of the audio again at home. And I hope that through the magic of video editing you didn't really notice it, but again, it is a bit unfortunate. And maybe the specifications were already known before the event and I could have seen them, but it would have been nice if I got all the specifications when I entered the event, so I could learn them and I could tell them to you correctly the first time. Then things from the keynote itself. What I learned is that NIO is not only an electric car brand, no, they want to be a brand that makes all kinds of sustainable products. So electric cars, but also lifestyle products or charging solutions. And what they do really well is that they have leftover materials from their car production, like aluminium or maybe some fabrics for the interior. And from those leftover materials, they make those lifestyle products. So again, NIO is not only an electric car brand, but they want to be a brand that makes all kinds of sustainable products. And also what NIO does really well is they want to create a community feeling. I had a shuttle from the airport to the event and I sat with some guys and they were members of the user advisory group. And that is a group of, well, random people that gives input to NIO on what features they want in the car or what they want to be changed. And NIO says they listen to them and they actually implement what those people want. Very smart. All those members had the NIO app installed and they were all communicating through the NIO app. So again, what NIO does really well is creating a community feeling, and I think this is very smart because this is a way how you make people loyal to your brand. What they also do is, well, they have NIO houses in the city, they make NIO houses, and in those NIO houses you can meet with other people from the community, but there you can also buy the NIO cars, you can buy the NIO lifestyle products. So yeah, I think this is really smart. And another thing that helps with the community feeling is that when you interact with the community through the NIO app, you get NIO points, and with those NIO points you can get free stuff in the NIO houses, like a cup of coffee or maybe a lifestyle product. Again, I think this is very, very smart of NIO. And another fun fact about the cars from the keynote is that the NIO cars are actually the first cars with a LiDAR sensor. So really cool. So yeah, that was it. That was my first press event, and well, I did like it. I did like it a lot, and I hope I gave you all the information that you wanted from this video. And well, I want to invite other car brands to invite me to their press event. So this is an invite from me to you to me. A bit weird, but I really want to come. So I hope you liked the video, and again, I hope I gave you all the information that you want. If it did, well, please give it a like, or maybe think of subscribing. And then I would like to say now, thank you a lot for watching, and as always, to be continued.